Hey, good morning out there. Right now, I'm just talking to the YouTube, um, Twitter, or the X and the Facebook group. I want to say good morning to you folks. Thank you for listening in. For those that's on Twitter and YouTube, I'm sorry, Twitter and Facebook, if you were to jump over to YouTube, you could ask questions about charts and I could see them and I would certainly try to answer them. But if you're very happy where you are, just stay there and we'll continue to broadcast each morning to you. Okay. So thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciate it. All right, let's kick this off. Are we ready? Oh, hey, also, if you guys are, interested, we've got a $7 trial for 30 days here at Hit Run Candlesticks. And it's the same at BYOB and Right Way Options as well, if you're interested. So love to have you. All righty, let me click on the speaker there. There we go. Good morning, everybody. For those who don't know, this is Rick, founder of Hit Run Candlesticks, and I am hosting our morning charts and target show. Get the mic set up here. Cup of coffee. Let's go, man. All right. So let's talk about this week before we even look at a chart. Okay. There is an overwhelming amount of earnings this week. I believe it's over 1,500 different companies report. Um, wow, volatility, right? And then we've got the interest Fed rate this week, more volatility. You know what? Let's not use that word volatility, and let's just use the word craziness. Okay. So we've got 1,500 companies reporting. We've got Fed rate decision, craziness, and some real craziness. We've got the election this week. So the market, well, have you ever seen crazy people? Yeah, yeah. The market just might be one of those crazy people. So um, the decision I made going into last week is I'm all flat in the road to wealth account. That's the smaller account. I buttoned her up. We're all cash, and I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to sit for 3 4 days. We get into Thursday, maybe even Wednesday a little bit. There might be something happening, but for Monday, Tuesday, the first half of Wednesday, I think I'm going to sit on my hands with that account. Now I do have positions in the larger account. I do not plan to be flat on those. I do plan to do something in those. However, there it's a little slower go, but we'll do that. SG, you don't trust crazy people? Well, you are you are you're dancing with them this week. Yeah. So, keep that in mind. That the market could be a little bit over your head. It's okay to admit that with the craziness. Not with the charts, not with trading, but with just the I can't believe that just happened kind of a thing. Um, it's there. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the market here. Let me get this over. Get SPY up. Again, I want to. The sound isn't very good, John. Maybe reboot yourself. Does anyone else have trouble with the sound? Not a lot I can do, so I hope it's on your end. But as soon as we're done here, I can do some things. Sound is good. Okay. All right. Let's bring the SPY up here. Mm, there we go. So the SPY ended yesterday, Friday. We've got a very clear top up here. Get my tool. There we go. We've got a very clear top up here. And that top by itself, actually, price could go either way. It could go bullish. It could break out of that top. A top like that, there are times that we look at that as just a nice little box, trading box. We call that a breakout of the box. The box that we break out of is what that is. And um, what ended up happening is the sellers came in and pushed us to the downside with this gap. And that ruined the whole idea of a bullish breakout of the box. So here we are down, landing right on the 50 period moving average. And yes, Friday, we put an inside day in right here. Now, it's my opinion that this area right through there about 278.20 to about 576 here. That's nothing but junk trading, and be careful not to get tricked into that. Um, the sellers are going to need to break down, and the buyers are going to need to break up. Sellers, there we go. Sellers, green. I'm sorry, buyers are going to need to break up to the upside. Okay, so anything in here, in my personal opinion, is just not. It's just not good trading. All right, let's take a look at our trend, the road to wealth trend, the hit and run candlestick trend. The way I look at trend, and this trend works, and I've proved it over and over and over. Um, Members that have have gone to this kind of a trend love it. Okay, they absolutely love it because it's easy and it works. And it's real simple. From the bearish standpoint, you've got price below the T line and the T line below the trend indicator. There's your trend, just like that. Now, if you feel you need to draw a line like this, hey, go right ahead. Okay, not a problem. Um, if you're bullish, you want price above the T line and the T line above the trend indicator. You can see that this is not bullish. So, with that said, look, I know people are going to buy some bullish charts, okay? Even I will do that sometimes. But by and large, your position should be bearish or sit on your hands if you're uncomfortable trading bullish, bearishly, okay? Um, we'll real quickly take a look at the cues. You can see this is set up the same way. Price is underneath the trend indicator. The trend indicator or the T line is underneath the trend indicator, which it's really close. By the end of the day, it will be under there. Um, Diamonds, look at the diamonds here. Price is under the T line. The T line is under the trend indicator. Notice how the trend indicator is red. That's a sign of bearishness. Bears, excuse me, bears have control. Bears have control. Let's take a look at let's take a look at this, huh? T2123. This is an indicator that I use on TC2000. Absolutely love it. Um, I think TC2000 is the best charting package there is, but I don't believe you have to have this. I think most programs can come up with something like this. It's just the cumulative new high, new low is all it is. And I only use the 60-minute and the 15-minute. When those dots are red, we're bearish. Dots are red, we're bearish. When those dots are green, we're bullish. So we're bearish now. So for somebody that likes to trade bullishly, you're the you're you're going against the wind here at the moment. You're going against the wind. So keep that in mind. What other? We'll take a look at IYT real fast. And I've got some charts to look at. If you take a look at IYT, we're setting up for possible failure of the trend indicator up here. We've got a high, we've got a low, failed high. We haven't, we don't have a new low yet, but we sure are set up with a candle pattern that looks like we're headed down that way. So we'll keep an eye on that. Um, let's see, SMH. There we go, SMH. SMH is a failed chart here. In fact, here we have a high, a higher high, a high, giving us a head and shoulders. That's a bearish pattern. Here we've gapped down below the trend indicator. Notice price below the T line below the trend indicator. It's bearish. So very, very simple. This is why the trend indicator has become so popular and so many people are using it now. It's because it's like, whoa, there it is. You don't have to think about it. Let's take a look at some charts. I posted some charts on our social media. So if you are somebody that doesn't look around on social media, well, give us a look. For somebody that just does not use social media in any way, shape, or form, seriously, I'm kind of glad for you. So let's take a look at 3M here. 3M here has earnings in January, so we don't have to worry about that at all. And look how Price is below the T line. The T line is below the trend indicator. Everything is starting to work. Look at that. Hungry, bearish engulf. Look how that chart came down. Uh, do this in red. Look how that chart came down. And you see how we tried to move up. That's a nice bearish H pattern right there. And this is a blue ice failure. Targets I have to the downside, they're going to be very simple. Um, I utilize our dotted deuce and our 200 often when I trade. It doesn't mean there might be a little spot right in this area that might cause price to stumble just a little bit or think about it. But these are the targets that I'm always looking at right there. So 3M could be set up for that short. I want to welcome everybody over there on YouTube. Holy cow! Uh, we have a we have more people on YouTube now than we've had all since I've been doing this. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Um, let's look at another one here. I put a ticker symbol out there on YouTube. I'll have to go check and see if anybody answered it. I took the name off of it, kind of a surprise um, chart, and just asked how many chart patterns do you see here? And I haven't looked at it this morning to see if anybody answered that question here. Um, Double top would be good. Somebody could have said a shooting star, yeah. Somebody could have said a bearish engulf. I would have said yeah. A gap, that would have been a bear flag. Gap down, another bear flag. I see that in there. Somebody that's familiar with the pop out of the box probably could have done something like this right here. There's your box. There's your pop to the downside. There's your box, pop to the downside. Here's your box. We're looking for another pop to the downside. So this has a lot of little things in it that might give us the clue that it's bearish. And now we're sitting right here at that 50 period moving average. And I'm watching this. I would call this right there at the right at the edge of a blue ice failure here. Target is going to be down here toward the dotted deuce in the 200 period moving average, and clearly that top right through over here would be somewhat of a target as well. You can see how price is below the T line, and the T line is below the trend indicator. You can see how that trend just works. Absolutely beautiful. So another chart that I've got here is, oh, let's go look at VXX. So for those that follow Fear Indicator, I follow VXX. This is a bullish setup, by the way. Okay, there's not one thing bearish about this setup. And I know people say, well, we're having trouble getting through 57.80. That doesn't make it bearish. That just means we're having trouble getting through 80, 57.80. You can see that we've got a slight slope up here, and then you see we've got this downtrend here. We've broken out. All price is doing now is trying to find a way through that line, find that crack in there. But just the fact that we've got these higher highs, higher lows, and we're sloping up puts this stock in a good bullish area. So if you're bull, I'd pay attention to this, and if this gets higher, that should pull you off that bull edge just a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Let's take a look at Dell. I think Dell might be setting up. And I want to look at the weekly chart on Dell. So here we've got a morning star on Dell, and that morning star had follow through. Pencil here. Here we go. So here's the morning star. Morningstar had follow through up over the high of that candle. There it is there. And here we rallied up and pulled back. What a beautiful PBO pullback opportunity, or a 3/8 trap is in here, and looking for this to move up. A few stumbling blocks that it's going to have is probably right in this area, and then of course as it gets up toward the top, it may stumble a little bit. Think about what in the world is it doing up there. But right now, Dell's looking pretty good in a pretty bad market, if you ask me. Um, what else do I have? SLV. Yeah, let's take a look at SLV here. This is a nice chart. You've got a nice trend here, and by and large, I mean we're talking 99.9% of the time, I wouldn't buy this candle right here, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to change that. But what I will do is watch a chart that actually setting up, and then wait for the buy signal. Wait for the green signal. That's what I want. So this chart still looks like it has more upside. And the last 2 days here, it's just part of the normal movement of a chart. Inhale, exhale, that sort of thing. It's just breathing. Let it breathe. But at some point, we're going to see a buy signal in here, and I want to be around. So I'm going to be one of those, spectators, just kind of look standing around the edges like that with my trusty live trading alert scanner because I'm not going to stare at it all day. But I've got my trusty live trading alert scanner, and when it starts telling me that hey, the buyers are coming in, well then I'm going to come over to the chart and take a peek at it, and just maybe I'm going to become one of those buyers. So we'll be watching the SLV silver here, and of course, as always, to members, any kind of a buy or anything closing, you'll be alerted here in the room and on your phone. Um, what time is it? I'm good. How about some Netflix? You got Netflix. Earnings are over until January. I think Netflix is a beautiful chart here. Look at that weekly chart. Now, that's what I would call a pop out of the box right there, folks. Let's get that tool frame. Look at that. We're up and look at that. That's called a pop out of the box. So what we've got is this nice consolidation. The buying area can be inside this box. There's nothing wrong with that. And of course, if it fell out of the box, that might be your stop area. What we're looking for is that pop where you buy in the box or you buy on the breakout, the pop out of the box. Okay. Now, there is a third place to buy. So it pops, you don't buy it, you wait for the pullback or the rest, and then you buy it in there. Either way you look at it, you're buying it in this area here where just about everybody staring at it is going to buy it. And then everybody is wanting it to make that next leg up there to target. First target about 814.70 ish up there. And I thought I had another one. Maybe I don't. Okay. So 814.70 first target up there. I've got one more IBKR, and then we'll talk about a few of yours if you have them. IBKR. IBKR. What a nice looking chart. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that trend. Look at that. Look how price just runs right on top of the T line until there. And look how the trend indicator just supports the bottom there. Just supports that bottom. Nice cushion of water. And then look, we're right back down to that cushion. And now look at us moving back up, setting up again. Beautiful, beautiful chart there on IBKR. So, all righty. Let's see what you folks might have for a few charts you want to look at. Could you look at CLF? I sure can. Drink a coffee here, CLF. Overall, I'm going to say that CLF is still bullish. Now, it has earnings, I guess, today, right? I don't know what time today, so sometimes today. So overall, I would say it's still bullish. Earnings can change that to the good or to the bad in an instant. So that's what we're going to have to watch. Now, for buying purposes, let's eliminate earnings for a minute. No such thing as earnings, right? I would be a buyer myself over 13.35 here. Pop over that area. Let's see, do I have this on real time? I don't. Let's do that. All right. Still not going to change anything. A buy over 1335 here. Take out both of those candles, and then we're going to have to watch things like this. Always keep an eye there. Draw that line down. Make sure you can get over that. If you get over that, the next target's going to be the dotted deuce right there. But overall, I'm bullish. That earnings can value up. Let's see, what else do we have here? Thomas, Tmus, Thomas. I'd say Thomas is bullish. I'd say that I would not buy that. Would not buy that until we broke out over 226.05 ish. I want to be over this candle, this candle. I want to get up into their grill right here. I want to get up into their face. So I want price to be staring at that candle eye to eye, just like that. So bullishly, let's do it in one day. Boom, there we go. Now we can stare eye to eye. And at the end of the day, I want it to close up here. If it does not close up there, well, that might not be the chart you want. Disney, good old Disney, just moving still sideways. Look at the wedge on this thing. We've been watching it for some time. Look at that wedge right there. So this is all about a breakout, Rick's here. Yeah, it's all about a breakout. Yeah, cup and handle. But here's the thing. Okay, so cup and handle. You know what everybody hears? Oh my God, that's bullish. Better buy it, right? Wrong. Yeah, it's a cup and handle, but is it going to be a successful cup and handle or a failed cup and handle? So bottom line, the bulls need to move up and the bears just need to shut up. That's all it is. All right, what's over here? Let's see. Soun. Soun. Um, overall, I'm going to say bullish. You can certainly see the trend is still moving up. Kind of a sloppy chart, but here it is. Nice double bottom. There we go. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. This is a lot of junk right in here. I don't know if you're looking at this long or short, and you did not say. Because of the trend up, I'm going to talk as if you're looking at it long. Too late to change it. So for me, up over that line right there is what I would look for. Right there. Get through all this nonsense, break out, and then you might have something right in there. That's what I would look at. So whatever that price is there. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't think I see any other stocks. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Hey, a big crowd on the YouTube today. Wow. Let's see, Paul. Uh, empty cup, empty cup full of cup. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. Anything else? Anybody else have anything you want to look at? Oh, here. How about some DocuSign? DocuSign is what I'm watching. I'd like to see a buy in that DocuSign. And that's a pretty chart. It really is. I mean, here, look at price, look at the T line, look at the trend indicator. And this, by the way, is a linear regression line, not of price, but a moving average. Okay. And we're coming right down to, I think that's pretty. I mean, just from the down move, and then here we break out to the upside. Look how everything just is, that's what you want. I wish we could all our trades look like that. And then it gets a little high, needs a rest. So it comes back right down to moving average support. Buyers start stepping in, looking really good here. So I think DocuSign is pretty nice. Hello, S. You're looking at lows for a short. Blue ice failure. I'm writing that down, thinking. Um, I think Home Depot's same thing too. Lows, absolutely blue ice failure here. So let's look at that. So what we're going to do is this. See the shooting star up here? See the follow through, and that's where we tried to make get up there a new high, and it failed. Here we came down for a new low. We're just going sideways. Bearish pop out of the box, by the way. We're at the 50 period moving average. Price is below the T line. T line is below the trend indicator. Market is not doing so well. Man, I think that is a great looking chart. That's a buy. When the market opens up, buy on weakness below those lows. If it rallies up, that might be a buy underneath the trend indicator, right in there. So, um, hey, that looks pretty good. That looks like a real nice short. Very similar. I think it's very similar to the Home Depot. Let's see if I can. Home Depot. Yeah, very similar to Home Depot. Yeah. All right, folks. Oh, there's a couple more here. I see that. Check on AMD. AMD. Bearish. So AMD. I don't know if you are bearish or bullish on that. So we're not even going to talk about bullish because it's not. So bearish wise, you can clearly see to the downtrend. Um, we can throw a few targets on there where it might be going somewhere in this 135 area, somewhere around this grouping of candles. And of course, if things really got nasty, it could come down to 122.50 here. So here we gap down your gap, and then 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're opening up with some kind of a small candle doji this morning. Um, Price is still below the T line. T line is still below the trend indicator. Still a bearish chart. However, I would not trade it, and that's because it's gone too far. All right, easy there, big fella. Might need to take a little rest here. Might even need to move up a little bit. Okay. And what was that other one? MSTR. MSTR. Bullish. 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 In fact, I think I know a few people that's in this chart right here. You can see the trend. Let's get my arrow out. There we go. So here you've got a very nice trend. Price rallied up. Here it's pulled back because that's what charts do. Buyers will determine whether this is the place to be buying or not. We'll see that with the candle. This morning we're opening up with what pre-market with what looks like a doji here. So I guess we'll have to see, is this doji actually going to turn into something bullish, or is it actually going to turn into something more bearish, or is it just going to sit here and do a lot of nothing today? That's the question. Overall, I think it's bullish. You just have to wait for that entry level, your entry. What makes you happy about the entry? Okay. Thank you for that one, by the way. Thank you very much. All right, folks. If there is nothing else, it is about time for me to pull the plug here. We'll meet up here in the trading room at what time? Bottom of the hour. Um, yeah, in about 15 minutes. We'll meet up. We'll have some fun. Remember, I am flat in the Road to Wealth account, and I plan to stay that way in that account. I do have another account. I've got the likes of Apple and Google in there. What else? For those that's not in the trading room, you're more than welcome to come on over. Check it out. All right, everyone, take care. You guys have fun this week, okay? Be good. We'll see you here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thanks for listening in.